From the jungle they rumble to be sure that their city won't crumble. They may not be the best, but this adventure will put their mettle to the test. Savage Stampede's a rolling thunder. They're gonna put the putrid under. While they're laying the force of nature. Watch out for the Power Rangers. Let's go. These Rangers are wild, they battle with style. Let's fight. A Stampede's coming, the vicious and cunning. This misfit team has a head of steam, but they're the ones we count on. Let's win. The Savage Stampede's making history.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers Savage Stampede. When last we left our Rangers, they had just returned from another mission in space where they may or may not have committed some war crimes and may or may not have found a giant fucking dragon. You know, may or may not have. Harrison, we're going to pick up with you.
I think I was just doing more research on this program made by Black. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'm going to have you make some tech rolls for me.
Okay.
I'll have you do 2, please.
This is so much better. Specialization, security, backdoors, or no?
Yeah, you could probably use your specialization on this. That'd probably be okay.
Roll 1 coming in. Nice.
27. Nice.
And roll 2 coming in. Ooh. Not so great on the second.
During your initial study, you start to you start breaking in, you get a lot of it uncoded, and then you find another file that's heavily encrypted, and as you start to try to break into that, it kind of backfires a little bit almost on you, and you are unable to get into it.
Huh. Make note of that.
But during your course, you discover that essentially the way that the clones are working is he's basically siphoning off various versions of himself from outside of reality and distributing the clones that way. It's why they are often colorless, is because it's drawing directly from energy from Dark Spectre, but in such a roundabout way, it almost weakens it.
So each of the clones is not perfect by any means.
No, the technology has not been perfected by any means.
Is there a weakness in the system that I could possibly take advantage of as far as that goes with the putties?
I'd say with your second roll, probably not.
That's fair.
Not that you could find at this time. As you've done your research, you kind of come to the end of it for the day, and you kind of go out and you go to try and contact your team, only to realize they're not answering. In fact, the reception's not even going through at all.
Anything on the message boards?
I don't know. Did you guys leave Harrison any information that you guys were leaving? I don't think you did.
I think we said specifically we weren't.
It's like,
I think
wait
we said
for him.
specifically he did.
Yeah, I think we were making this very clandestine on purpose.
Yep. Cool.
So yeah, no, you can't get a hold of them, and you can't find them, and you remember hearing some noise from the day before, and you heard a rumor something about the Peacock Zord going completely bizarre, completely bonkers.
I better go check on the other Zords.
You walk
First,
across.
starting with the Peacock.
You walk across the island, and you find Swiper and Peacock kind of having a conversation. Peacock kind of hanging his head a little bit. They didn't have to be so mean. Swiper's just kind of like, it's okay.
And is Swiper the fox then?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
How you doing, guys? How's any word from the rest of the team?
They look down. You got left behind too?
Left behind? Well, I guess so. Do we know what happened?
They took the Galactabeasts and went off world.
Oh, that's why you're so sad. They piloted other Zords.
No, they let Viper be mean to me.
It's all right, Peacock.
The Peacock Zord is feeling very indignant at this moment, not very happy, and somebody's in trouble when he gets home.
They didn't do anything that they could prove.
Viper came clean.
Fucking snitch.
Well, sorry about that, guys. Well, I guess if they're off world, I might as well make myself useful here.
What would you like? What would you like to do? Would you like to go back to researching, or?
I'd like to actually see if I can scoop up any information on the other Psycho Rangers. See if we have any tailings or leads other than black and pink.
Okay, go ahead and make a technology check. You would not be using your. This would be based on technological research, so you'd be doing research throughout the files, so you wouldn't actually be doing any security backdoors.
Okay. How many rolls would you like?
Just one.
Okay. Oh, that was almost great.
Almost. You're able to find out quite a bit about Red. She is not subtle in any way, shape, or form. The Mythic Order Rangers have been having quite a bit of problems with her. You don't really seem to find any. You know that a Blue Psycho Ranger exists, and there's mention in passing of him, but he is very discreet, so there's like basically no information at all. And there's just the discover, and you read the file where it was surmised that the Psycho Green Ranger is the one who killed James, the Ancient Charge Blue Ranger.
Okay. But we don't know anything about any of the other spectrums. There is no Psycho White.
There's no Psycho White. That's
no
not
yellow.
a thing. Yellow is mentioned, but again, because it's mentioned that he was seen once or twice in the area around Silver Hills, Washington. That's pretty far away from you guys, so.
Well, I'm going to port off the Isle back to my own private chambers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to try something that may not be very wise to do on base. And going to see if I can tap into any of this Dark Spectre power grid.
I will have you make a technology roll with
Backdoor.
with a downshift, because you're dealing with truly alien technology,
Right.
and even the grid would be kind of repulsed by it, so it wouldn't.
That's kind of why I got off base. Yeah, I'm missing a 10. It's not going to do anything.
No,
Well,
you can't even really like make heads or tails of the circuitry. It's so alien. And you're good with Earth technology, and you're learning grid tech pretty well. But this is something else. It's almost organic.
okay. Anybody on base I could talk to? Possibly learning more about this?
Well, Merrick and Adam are both on base. And there's several SPD officers that have been protecting the civilians.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll go talk with Merrick a little bit.
You kind of teleport back up, and Merrick is kind of sitting there and seems to be reviewing he has a data tablet in his hand, and he seems to be reviewing something, talking with several officers as they kind of unload this new shipment. Looks up and he goes, "Hey, Harrison, what's up?"
Oh, not much. Just poking around this Spectre technology, see if I can tap into it a little bit more. And I'm having a little bit of trouble decoding this. It's almost like the program is living.
Yeah, if you're looking at alien technology, might be best to reach out to headquarters and see if anyone over there can help you. No one here has a working knowledge of a lot of that stuff.
Well, hopefully I can learn. All right. Well, any luck on your end?
We've managed to get some more supplies up here, and your team is going to be in for an earful from Adam, I guess, once they get back.
Yeah. So how is that going?
No idea. We can't
Galactic
get.
beasts?
Yeah, we can't get a hold of them at all. We don't know what's going on out there.
Which time is it that we left? Because we did come back to Earth once. We just
Yeah,
left
but you
right
guys,
after.
you guys were basically on the ground for like a day. So this is basically the second. This is the exact same time period as you guys are off world, meeting the morphing master. This has happened over the course of a couple of days. So you guys returned, but you guys didn't say hi to anybody. You guys basically just turned around and left again.
We told Adam we were leaving.
Briefly.
We're like, hey, bye.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Hey, we're back. Bye.
It's like dropping your stuff, it's like
Bye,
dropping
we're out
your
again.
stuff off at home before.
So it's kind of like it's a couple of days later. You're not really able to find out anything of use about that device at this time. But I do. What is your willpower?
My willpower?
Yep.
My willpower. is an 18.
You feel a slight tinge in the back of your mind, and you hear a voice that both is and isn't familiar at the same time. But you can't make out the words it says. And this happens as you're toying with the.
Yeah, I was wondering, tapping into the spectrum probably has a little bit of backlash. I guess I'll go check out everybody at base and see if anybody can help me out a little bit.
You kind of go up. You kind of go up. Everyone kind of points in the direction. Several of the SPD officers say that Miss Manx would probably know the most about it, as she's one who introduced a lot of alien technology to Earth. But that she's in New Tech City, and they are currently being visited by the head commander of Galaxy Command.
So she's probably tied up at the moment.
Very much so. Basically, all the head honchos at SPD. You kind of hear that there's rumors that Doggy may be stepping down, and a new commander of Earth may be taking over.
Oh, we're all froze up. There we go.
As you kind of continue your attempt at research, you kind of look up and you see 5 shooting stars signaling the return of your teammates.
Oh, thank God.
The
I'll get back up on the base.
Pretty much as soon as they touch down, both Teddy and Derek kind of look at each other and teleport off somewhere, leaving just you four, as just the three of you, as Harrison begins to kind of approaches your way, with Merrick close by.
Oh my God, are you guys okay?
I
Yeah,
don't see the other guy.
things are decent, good, medium good.
Fine.
We did. Seeing the game is about to crack, Natasha will just step in front of me. We did what we needed to do.
Merrick kind of comes up to you. He goes, "Did you guys complete what you set out to do?"
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you're all safe. Welcome home.
So are we?
Yeah, nice to be back on Earth.
It's good to see you all
Natasha
in one
gives them
piece.
the eyes of like, yeah. We had to handle some business in one of the galaxies. I forget the name.
Kind of on the DL.
Yeah.
It's fair.
But you know what they say, no rest for the wicked. We should probably have a meeting about next.
Yeah, You know what? I think I left something back in Turtle Cove. What do you guys think? Want to meet me down at Willie's in a hot minute?
I'm good for it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sure. I'll have dinner ready for you.
You're the
Oh no,
best.
Mary, don't worry about it.
Like, you guys sure you're not hungry?
We ate space dry food. So delicious.
Gabe's stomach audibly growls. I'm on a diet.
Yeah. It's for Les Mis, right? Gotta have that starving French
Yeah.
peasant look.
Exactly. I mean, gotta be gotta lean up for that starving orphan look.
Merrick just kind of looks at you and goes, well, I'll be in the building anyway. I got my shift in an hour.
Okay.
So if you guys
cool.
want to eat, just let me know. It's on me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can
Appreciate
eat.
the gesture.
I know what's wrong with you guys. I guess space travel's not that great on the gut.
Yeah, just jet lag times.
Yeah, kind of space compresses the stomach a bit. Kind of makes it, fills you up real quick.
Yeah.
With
Just
that,
0 G's, all that. She just teleports out at that point.
Yeah, Des teleports back down to Turtle Cove. He looks down at the new piece of jewelry he has on his wrist.
Natasha teleports to Blackwood Manor to work on some stuff.
Now, this could be something else. I miss a lot, but I think the reason we're being shady is someone in Project Squadron leadership is not to be trusted, and we don't know who.
Oh my god! Why would it just... You
Why
left
would
the snitch on base.
You guys are still have.
Merrick's just like, okay. And he just kind of turns and he walks away. He goes, I'm not.
All that work we did for that out the window in 5 seconds flat.
In my defense, I thought Merrick had already left, but oops.
Nope.
Oh
Like,
Merrick-
It's still on brand. It's still on brand for Gabe.
Merrick's just
Yeah.
Merrick's just like, I need plausible deniability.
We really went out of our way. We went out of our way to do.
I'm going to quickly write down on the piece of paper, in my little notepad, the program is alive. And I'm going to show it to Gabe really quick, and then I'm going to just kind of crumple it up really, really get the sweat off my palms into the paper.
Mhm.
And this is all very unsettling. I wish you guys
Super
would've
unsettling.
kept me in the loop.
Yeah.
I get it. I've been very to myself lately, and for that I apologize.
Yeah, and I thought you were like having like a thing with the thing that happened right before Christmas.
Yeah, as I'm like focusing on the sweat on my palm, like starts to kind of soak into the paper. Yeah, I'm still not comfortable with this.
I mean, that's kind of understandable. It's not something a lot of people ever go through, I don't think.
Like, am I human? Or
So what if you're not? Teddy's not human. And he gets along just fine.
yeah, but what if I'm part of the psycho's plan?
That would be a very, very, very convoluted plan if it was.
Some sort of weird sleeper agent. I don't know. Just been really, really out of it lately. And I'm sorry to all you guys for letting me down.
Hey, no, you didn't let us down. I mean, apparently you're here holding down the fort while we were, having space adventures and stuff. And he looks over at the paper. Apparently, you're still putting in work, so I can't be mad about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we should probably meet up with the others, yeah?
You might want to check up on Peacock. He's pretty depressed right now.
Oh God, okay. You know what? I'll say hi to him, and like, if I promise him, it's gonna take more than a movie night this time. We might need to listen to the entire soundtrack to Dear Evan Hansen twice. Be right back. And I'm gonna teleport out. I'm gonna go wander off and look for Peacock.
Harrison, you teleport down to Willie's and just kind of hang out there. Gabe, as you kind of teleport to Peacock, you see the face of a very angry looking metal bird.
Hey, buddy.
How could you do that to me?
Look, it's because Peacock, come on. You know you're fabulous. You know you're gorgeous. You can take one for the team. And also, we needed a distraction, and you are good at attracting attention. A lot of it. It's something we have in common.
Viper explained it. It just hurt that you didn't include me in the plan.
I know. I wanted to. I would have, but
you know, I would have been happy to cause a scene anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, in retrospect, that was kind of dumb of me, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Huh. I'll know for next time.
You seem different. Are you okay?
I'm just under a lot of stress, I think, and I mean, usually like my motto is fake it till you make it, and I'm doing a lot of faking it lately. And I feel like we're in over our head a little bit, and I'm just trusting that everyone else, who's better at the thinky stuff knows what's going on and just do what they say. But then, sometimes they're only getting half the story. Sometimes, like, I'd expect Des to be a little shady, but now Natasha's being a little bit shady and not giving us the whole truth either. So it's just a little bit of tension I'm carrying around. But you know what? I'm going to work through it.
I don't know what about Natasha ever gave not shady.
Yeah. He kind of looks down at you. He goes, "Well, you got this."
Thanks, Peacock. You know what? You're right. I just need to channel some of your confidence. Because that is something you do not lack.
Obviously.
All right. I am meeting with the others. Let me know. Let me know if you want me to update the playlist. But there's some good stuff on there. So yeah. Toodles. Teleports away.
Natasha, you were heading to Blackwood Manor. What were you looking for?
I think she's just in the music room writing for the first time in a long time, trying to clear her head before the meeting.
Okay. As you're kind of like writing, like I'm assuming like the music room. I always picture it like having this giant grand piano and some other instruments kind of like stacked up against the wall, almost kind of like mounted very, very prettily to where you can very easily take them off the wall, but still accessible. And there's just about one of every major instrument in.
There's an elbow somewhere in here. Yeah, she's just at the piano, like writing for the first time in a while, trying to like clear her head.
Go ahead and give me a performance roll.
was performed. Since I'm writing a song with the specialization in singing,
I would probably say yes, because you're probably singing it as you're writing it. You're probably thinking about how the melody's going as you're writing the lyrics. $17. You get all the way through the song. I wouldn't classify it as your best work, but it's enough to kind of get your head back on straight.
she just had the piano playing. She's like, I don't want to be left at the end of things, lying on the ground, seeing what I could see. The lies I told to survive just now left. If only they could see who I want to be, lying here at the end of.
As kind of like as the song kind of comes to an end there, you start to hear clap, clap, clap. As you kind of turn around and look behind you, you see an all too familiar face. Hello, Black Ranger. It was lovely.
How did you get in my house?
You don't have any wards. It's not that hard to teleport in. New Rangers aren't exactly subtle, teleporting everywhere.
You think that there isn't something in here that could kill you? You're not the threat that's probably broken in. And I'm pretty sure that force field is still.
He goes, easy, easy. I'm actually here to broker a deal today. If you're willing to hear me out.
This isn't fucking.
You're cutting out bad, Natasha. I can't.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. Bad internet night and stupid.
Classic Savage.
Classic set.
Very much so. He goes, I'm here to broker a deal if you're willing to listen.
Does this look like Shark Tank to you? I'm not in the.
Throw the chair.
Am I on a chair? I'm on a bench, right?
You're sitting on a bench, yeah. What if I said I could return your
Shouldn't I,
cousin?
like, talk?
I could return all of them to you.
What do you want with them anyway?
I already got what I needed. I just needed to scan their signature to understand how it worked.
You needed people connected to the morphin grid. By birth, probably.
Yes. Yes, I did. But I've since learned that my head might be on the chopping block, and I don't really want to die yet.
Oh, darling.
I still need to
You're
kill.
dying anyway.
I still need to kill Adam.
Now that That was the wrong thing to say. Savagely. Go.
Not your Adam. The other one.
Too late. Already fighting. She's a morph. She's like, other one.
Oh, you don't know.
Oh, the one that fucked up your face.
Yes. Well, that one. Obviously, same person, but you don't know he's here?
Of course I know that.
Give me a bluff.
I'm gonna be real with you. I had to close Foundry to get the thing in order. Could you roll for me?
Yes. I was gonna say that was so Tatasha actually has no idea. Yeah, I totally knew here.
Of course I do.
Oh,
what do you
you
mean?
deception at a snag. Do you want to try with a story point?
Nah, let's roll out a snag and see what happens. I don't think that delivery is it.
Oh, you rolled a 5. It did not. It did
Yeah,
not.
that
That delivery, which the delivery you gave me, also kind of lined up with that snag. He goes, "You had no idea, did you?"
I'm not here for fucking small talk. This isn't a goddamn negotiation. Tell me what you need to tell me to get the fuck out of my house.
I want my item. He goes, I want. Give me back the psychosis morpher.
No.
And you can have your friends back.
How about you give me my friends back, and we'll leave you for last.
You think I'm the one you need to worry about?
Oh, I just don't like you personally. That's why you... We know Dark Spectre's a bigger threat than you. We know there are somebody in Squadron we have to deal with. Psycho Pink is first on our list for killing our friend. You're just kind of just like a douchebag I don't like personally. So yeah, I want to kill you. I am a bipolar girl within a manic episode. Tell me, look me in the eyes and tell me what you think I won't do to you.
How about this? You bring your ranger friends. Next week out by the pier. And we'll finish it.
How about this? You bring me the head of Psycho Pink, and then I'll bring you the psychosis morpher.
Ooh.
Now there's an interesting thought. If I could beat her, I would do so.
What if you set a trap?
I'm not blue. I like to cause chaos. Traps are disgusting.
I mean, what would cause more chaos than killing the baddest psycho in the game?
She didn't get to be our leader by being a pushover.
A good man once said chaos is a ladder. And I didn't know you were too scared to climb it.
The psychosis morpher would allow me to drain her powers in order to kill her. That's what it's designed for.
I know, we actually did know that part. We didn't know it was draining power. The thing is, I don't care.
Your little ectomorph friend is pretty smart.
I always surround myself with quick cookies. And I'm sure you know better than anybody, seeing as one probably fucked up your face, given the fact that you look like a fucked up pepperoni pizza. Rangers will find a way, and I can assure you, we have. So, why don't you bring Psycho Pink to the pier, turn on her, and then we can finish her off.
Let me give it some thought.
In the chaos of it, Dark Spectre disappears. Dark Spectre attacks or calls you, or the other psychos are left off kilter. You have time to kill the other Adam and go back to whatever world you want to go to.
Interesting.
I have
You've
one
given
question.
me a lot to think about.
Since I've
I
given
knew
you
I
so
liked
much
you.
to chew on,
I knew I liked you.
I have one question since I've been so hospitable. Who's the mole in Squadron Command?
A person you'd never expect.
Come on, man. Give me a goddamn name. Or at least a color. Is it Tommy Oliver? Is it Billy? Training.
All I can tell you is it's who you never expect. But it's also someone you should expect.
It couldn't be.
Farewell for
He
now.
was with us the entire time.
Farewell for now, Black Ranger. And he just fades
We'll
out.
finish this eventually. And then I head to the bar.
As she kind of heads to the bar. Dez, where do we find you?
Sort of walking around town. I'm looking at whatever this. Is it just the disc, or what is it that I actually got from this sword?
So it's like this. It's like a reddish gold, kind of like this rose gold looking band with a red dragon's gem kind of embedded in the center of it. And it gives off a subtle warmth, and like, even though I mean it's kind of chilly out today, because you're wearing it, it's kind of coating you in this like nice, in this like almost comforting warmth, like you're wearing a thick jacket, but you're wandering around in basically a little more than a t-shirt.
Yeah. Just taking a look at it. Walking back to Willie's and take it off. And I sort of start pressing it like I'm going to snap it in half in my hands.
As you're kind of like putting on, it begins to kind of glow red a little bit, and it very easily, like, as you're trying to like you're trying to push it, but it's almost like it becomes like molten metal, and it just kind of bends with it. Kind of bends around, and basically now you've kind of got the band part kind of turned inside out, essentially.
Okay.
It would be very difficult to break.
All right. All right. I go to the meeting. Something to think about for later.
Do you put it back on, I'm assuming?
No, I throw it in my pocket.
Okay. as you kind of go, you all kind of go and you meet there about right about the same time. Harrison was there maybe a little bit before. Harrison comes in, and then Gabe, Natasha, looking, I would assume, kind of perturbed by her recent encounter, and
Yeah.
and Des, as you kind of come in last.
Natasha will sit down where we're sitting and just like take our communicator off before we even start talking and put it like in a bag underneath the table, underneath some shit.
Can I scramble our communicators?
Mm-hmm.
Need me to make a roll for that? No?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Can I also scramble our location?
I would have you roll for that. But you have enough working knowledge to disable them. Disable like audio being transmitted.
Do my specialty on this one?
Probably.
Cool.
You're able to do it, no problem.
There, that should take care of that.
I bring drinks to the table from the bar. Just slide them around before, like, Natasha sliding my communicator to the floor and kind of burying it under my jacket.
We got a problem. A big one.
What happened?
Lord Black got into Blackwood Manor.
How?
Your grandma doesn't have any security for that?
What?
I don't know, man. She hasn't been there. I'm guessing she hasn't upped the ranger shit that actually has to keep things like this out. And I don't know where they're at.
Did he hurt you? Did he hurt anyone?
He wants to make a deal.
Fuck that guy.
We can't make a deal with this guy.
Duh. That's why I set his dumb ass up. I'm guessing he clearly isn't the smart one of the psychos. He wants to cause chaos. So, he gave me 3 options and I gave him 3 options. His first one, I know why he took the people, including my cousin and probably those kids. He's studying people biologically connected to the morphing grid through past rangers.
Wait, so I thought your grandma adopted all her kids.
My dad's adopted. I don't know if my Uncle Ted's adopted.
That's weird. Okay.
Or my Uncle Ted's biological family are also rangers. Could also be that.
Yeah, I mean, that there's these rangers running around now. You feel like we should just, I don't know, whatever. But
Not the point. We're not getting into my genealogy and my weird family tree.
I agree.
But he said he has what he needs from them, meaning whatever he has on them still doesn't have him on the top of the pecking order because his head's on the chopping block because he's been fucking up lately.
So what do we do?
Well, there are a couple problems. You know the Adam that fucked up his face, the one we found out about earlier?
Yeah.
From his universe? That Adam is here.
There's 2 Adams?
Apparently, he's trying to kill. He also wanted us to help him kill that guy. And I was like, I don't know that guy. And obviously, if he fucked you up, might be a friend.
Yeah, I'd rather. We gotta find this Adam.
Yeah, and killing people's kind of bad in general, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
She quickly
whatever.
moves
yeah.
past. Just quickly moves past. Like, oh, yeah, killing bad.
Okay, you're too pure for this world.
But the thing is, I think we have everything we need to kill him. Because if we didn't, he just would have attacked me, took me, and threatened you guys to get it back.
Yeah, he seems like he's more scared of us.
Then we are of him at this point. I'm pretty sure that clone of his was closer to his power level than he would like to admit.
Something to do with what we found in the microchips in the program.
Yeah. He needs that morph to siphon energy back, so he's powerful enough to survive and be useful. So I might have suggested to him what would cause the most amount of chaos. You know, killing Psycho Pink, setting a trap for it. Because he also offered to just fight it out on the piers. Because he knows we're never going to let him go now. So I offered to him that he just takes Psycho Pink to the piers to kill us and then turns on her. Knowing him, he would just wait to see who was winning the fight and then pick that way. But if we know that they're on the piers next week, we can set a double trap for both of them and kill their asses, 2 birds, 1 stone style.
Are you sure we can do that? I mean, Psycho Pink, she wiped out that whole SPD team. She killed Asher.
This is when Dez pulls out the bracelet in his pocket. We do have one shot at this.
This is the best shot we have to take out 2 Psycho Rangers. But the problem is, I also asked him, since I gave him a lot to think about, who the Mullen Squadron Command is. All that loser said, it's not who you think, but somebody you should.
Well, that's cryptic and not very helpful.
Yeah, this guy, I imagine this guy doesn't even know who it is.
Even if he does, I'm pretty sure he just said that to cause paranoia so we wouldn't trust people.
This is Black. He causes chaos by just a flick of his tongue.
Yeah.
So we can't trust anything out of his snake mouth.
Oh, yeah. We need to kill this guy. I'm just saying that if we can get him and Psycho Pink in one place at once, get the shot we need, that's 2 people on Dark Spectre's top list that are off the board.
But do you think Savage can do it just alone, or do we need to talk to other? But we can't.
I don't know.
Risk
And we also
the mole in on this.
The more we talk about it, the more.
Yeah, if we're relying on this being a trap,
we can't tell more people.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we're already putting other teams at enough risk because of Operation Bluebird.
The fuck is that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you not tell me about that one, or did I just forget?
You were at the meeting.
Right.
Oh, okay. No, y'all left before we we didn't. There might have been more of a meeting after you and Teddy left.
Oh, okay.
So, Harrison, we found one of Black's agents, a former rival of Tammy's.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and have Gabe impersonate him, but if Black's popping in like this, like that plan's out the wind.
And well, we had a good option already, so we might have an operative working with the psychos right now.
Or at least thinking about it.
I'm pretty sure she probably already, knowing her, she's probably already started.
Yeah, she keeps blowing up my phone, and I haven't really gotten.
Look at the most recent message. Look at the most recent message. I guarantee you that she's already doing it.
She said something about, I think I might have a way in.
Yeah, that means she's already started. It's just telling you, just giving you a heads up. The operative we have, to be fair, she has experience running a gang, a lot of combat experience,
It's Natasha's twin sister, Naomi.
It's my identical twin sister.
Oh.
Is she gonna do this without any? Does she have a morpher?
She has a way of morphing, and the antidote for it.
I mean, it's completely hypothetical, but I'll open up my locked briefcase and flip it around and show the ancient black morpher.
Natasha's eyes light up. What's that?
I'm pretty sure this has some sort of link to when the grid first began here on Earth with the ancient Egyptians.
Well, is that the morpher that Tammy had?
This is Tammy's morpher that Black had pretty much in.
Natasha's gonna start reaching for it.
I think both Gabe. I imagine Gabe and Des are both like, no.
It has black spectrum energies. Not like you guys can use it.
It's not like you could either. You don't know anything about it either. That thing's millions of years old, and it wasn't very good for
me and
Tammy.
Teddy. The only two people that can use it right now is me and Teddy. And Teddy's not here.
Not grabbing that morpher.
It would be very fun.
We need to know more about it.
Yeah, we don't know if it's safe.
This might be the power boost we need to get the upper hand on the psychos, because they don't.
We could just siphon the morphing grid energy from this into our weapons.
How? With the psychosis morpher?
No.
Oh.
I mean, the psychos have machines to like suck out grid energy, right? They're testing on people who are biologically connected to the grid. I'm sure we can find a way, specifically Harrison can find a way, like the Zeo crystals power up other people's powers all the time. We just suck out the energy from this and power up our weapons.
I don't know. I feel like...
Well, I could use that, and I'll just kind of look at my wrist to the other morpher that I have had kind of faceted to my sleeve. It seemed to do just fine siphoning off a black, but it's still in its baby stages.
But only you can really use it without killing you. You know, because of the whole...
But I can transfer its powers to you guys through me.
I don't like the idea of... Our bodies can only take so much. I feel like the more we try and mess with this stuff, the worse shape we're going to be in.
I never really planned to make it to 50.
Well, I'd rather you were around a long time.
Now, Des is right. We do need to be aware that we're only what we are. We're not gods or anything. We're people. Well, that's questionable for me. I don't know what the hell I am.
They're people shaped.
Sure, for now.
Listen, speaking as somebody who is possessed by an otherworldly entity, I really don't like the idea of tapping into something we have no idea what it could do to us.
That's fair. And to be honest, I still think Psycho Black, we could probably kill him the way we are right now.
I would agree.
Or can we kill Black and Pink?
Right, now he's going to rendezvous with Pink here. And we take both
of them. My plan was to do what we did for the slavers. Blow those bitches up with a goddamn Zord.
I might have a more elegant solution. I pulled an image of this weapon out of the archives, and I slide a picture of the power cannon from season 2 of Power Rangers. I sort of got the idea after getting this basically keys to a super Zord.
You're thinking about using the Zord's energy to power a weapon instead.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be the one who's gonna summon that thing alone. But I can't. Everybody grab a hand of this.
I mean, if you're connected to the Zord spirit, right?
You all feel very warm as it kind of basically a red light kind of flows, kind of starts like pulsating in Dez's chest and then kind of runs down his arm into it and then kind of spreads to the three of you.
Now pull.
Now, it kind of stretches out, but you could feel it straining. You think if you had just a couple more people, you might be able to.
We're missing. This is probably a whole team thing.
Definitely a whole team thing.
All right. Well,
but it does.
But
it does change its shape into like a six-sided star with the dragon's gem in the center having stretched out.
That's new.
I mean, to be fair, if we think about it like the Pai Schwa spirit thing, if we can channel like the dragon spirit along with all the other animal spirits we have through a cannon, I'd be able to blow both their bitch asses up.
It's a lot of energy. You think it's more than, I mean, can the lion cannon handle that?
I mean,
No,
this is
I
not.
think
We're gonna have to build a new thing.
Rangers, you're gonna want to see this.
Ah, shit. Who has
Wait,
one?
how are we getting any signal?
Merrick's across the bar. Merrick's literally standing.
Oh, okay.
Merrick's standing at the bar and he's turning up the TV. He's turning up the TV and he's, as you guys kind of turn and look at him, he looks very disturbed.
I look at the TV.
As you guys all turn your attention to the TV, you see a green Psycho Ranger.
What the fuck is he doing here?
He's not here. He's. You see the news. Okay. It's reporting from Reefside. As you see the Ancient Charge Rangers and the Shinobi Charge Rangers swallowed by a green blast of energy as they disappear.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit! Did we just lose Reefside?
Guys, should we teleport there? What should we do?
We cannot leave here. We have our own Psycho to deal with. We need to contact the other teams, though.
I mean, we can't just leave.
You see that the report is from 2 days before.
Why are we just now learning about this?
Mainly because you guys were off-world.
We were off-world.
You weren't because basically it hadn't made it this far.
The news
over
hadn't
yet.
Broke yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up my phone and look at for Reefside on if there's any social media buzz about Reefside, if there's widespread destruction, resistance, refugee movements, anything like that.
Natasha's gonna pull.
The only thing that it says there's been no attacks in the last 3 days after the Rangers had disappeared. But there is a large crater. There is a large crater, and something seems to have been pulled from the earth.
Looks It looks like they got what they wanted.
They got what they were looking for. Okay, we just lost an entire region of the country. We need to contact everybody else in Squadron to make sure they're not dead.
Yeah, we oh god. I mean,
we're behind. We've left the point of where we have clever plans. We need to start accelerating some shit.
Well,
all right. I say forget this. Like, whatever the plan was for the docks, that plan moved to Reefside.
Yeah.
It's already destroyed enough.
We need to get. How can we get all 5?
Might as well just.
We need to get all 5 psychos in one place at once.
Oh. And what? Like, if there is a mole in Project Squadron, can we do something like that without them finding out?
What if we use the fact that there is a mole to our advantage?
Just gonna kind of put my shoulder on Merrick, or my hand on Merrick's shoulder. What if we already knew who the mole was?
Let's not.
Okay.
We don't.
Forget it. This is my thought. We have this trump card in whatever this bracelet is. What if we make it seem like it's further along than it is?
What if we make it seem like we have a...
Do a bluff?
We make it look like we have a way to power up all of Project Squadron at once. We get all to the point where all 5 psychos need to be in one place at once. Blue won't have a time to make a trap. Yellow won't have time to do whatever weird shit he's been doing. Pink will have to show her ugly face. Red will have to, like, she seems to be the type to want to fight one-on-one, so she's probably going to want to take the glory. And Black loves a bit of chaos, and if we can get in contact with him again, we can promise him that he'll be the only one left standing after the aftermath.
Okay, but what happens when they call our bluff? What happens when they show up and we don't have...
We stall. We do have something. And that's when Des looks at Harrison. We need you on this.
You got me. I'm gonna kind of look over the blueprints. Is there any way that I can get this together?
What if we overload our powers? I mean,
I'm gonna have you make a roll.
Like you
make
said,
sure I have you make the right roll.
Like you said,
our
bodies can only take so much.
Give me a science roll because you're.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
You're basically you're kind of looking at it. Is anyone? Are you using the help me feature?
I'm gonna use equip and speed.
Yeah, I'll give him.
I'm gonna use. You go ahead.
The help action on this. So
I'm
upshift and edge.
Upshift
and
edge.
You get 2 more. I'll give him 2 upshifts and use equip.
Okay, so 1, 2. So
3.
upshift.
That should be 3.
Upshift 3.
She should be an edge and 3 upshifts.
And I'll use a smarts for another smarts point for
another upshift.
Idea point for another upshift.
So that's an upshift of 4.
So upshift of 4.
You want to use a story point to get an upshift of 5?
Yeah, right.
5 upshifts and.
Yes, use the story point. Upshift of 5 would be very cute.
That'd be dope.
5 upshifts and an edge.
Nice.
1 roll.
Yep.
What are you at right now?
I'm at 5 upshifts and an edge.
No, like die-wise.
Die?
Should be 3d6. Is that a d4?
Here we go.
2d8.
Solid.
25. It would take you some time and access to a proper lab, but you think you can do it.
I have a lab I can but you borrow. And I am the acting CEO.
Is there any way that we can up security defenses there so Black just doesn't show up?
That's
There's gotta be. What if we moved it to the Animarium? He apparently can't get there.
I don't think it's in a physical building. I don't know if I can move a whole lab to a. I look at Mayor. Can we move an entire lab to the Animarium?
No.
No.
I didn't think so. I mean, we could patrol it in shifts.
I mean, SPD is always on our best anyway. We might as well get them to fucking guard the thing.
But can we trust SPD?
Listen,
They have better guns than us.
Even if we can only trust most of SPD, the whole plan is that hinges on them believing that we have this almost ready to go.
We need them to think that we know what we're doing. Us acting shifty is only going to make it look bad. So let's act confident. Act like we don't care. I don't care what happened. And this might be a time where we have to keep on the table overloading our powers. If we're facing all 5 of them, if we can get them there, we might need to ask for the...
We throw everything we have at them.
Is it all 5 or is Green still? It could be 6. Green could still be around.
Well, lucky for us, we have 6 rangers. And lucky for us, we have an animarium full of animals who are connected to us specifically. I'm not saying we ask... I'm saying we might ask all of the animals to channel through us at that specific time. We enter jungle savior mode. Or whatever the fuck we named that power up. We got...
I mean...
I don't know what it will do with our bodies. I think with the plan I'm saying, I could guess that this was like burn out, do what happened to Billy to us, right? Burn out our ability to morph.
Essentially, yeah. You would no longer be able to use those powers again.
Well...
We might get one shot at this.
Might be the only shot that we need.
If we can knock out all of the psychos, that leaves at least the other team's squadron a clear shot at Spectre.
We do what we gotta do.
We should also figure out some sort of containment so those powers don't return to Spectre.
He's channeling off of us somehow. We gotta figure out a way to give the power we're funneling off to something else.
Would Animus help us?
Oh
We have to do something.
Yeah,
I
we
think
have to
that's-
at least ask that dick.
Worth a try.
She just says in her morpher, I know you can hear us.
Yeah, I can't block a god off.
We need you.
Make a persuasion roll.
Can you roll? Ooh, I'll spin a story for you. I'll spin a story for you for this one.
Can I do a help action on that?
Sure. You're needing me to roll for you?
Think
I'll take.
You'll take the edge?
I can also
Yeah, because
helping hand.
That's actually only just going to... So a helping hand takes it to a normal roll. If you're spending the story point, that's going to give you an edge. You have no upshifts as of right now.
I'll help out, so it's another 2 upshifts.
That at least puts it to a D4, because not a persuasive
So
person.
edge with a D4. Not a persuasive person. I am mean.
Very, very, very good on the performance. Not so great on the...
That's only because I'm a Black Ranger, and it gave me a specialization in a performance field for some automatically.
Roll
Most-
D2.
Cut.
So we are looking
Question
at
mark?
a...
That's game master.
Oh, sorry, that was me. 17. You rolled a 17.
That's better than I was. That's good. The world is at stake. We can't save the planet if we're all dead.
A small boy appears beside you.
Oh, shit.
What the hell?
She's ready to punch it.
This,
Ooh,
like this, the other rangers besides yourself, Harrison, would recognize this as Animus's human form, Kite. You would not know him at all because you were not here the last time he made an appearance.
Hence the reaction.
Like she not like, ooh, you're lucky I work with kids. I would have dashed you in the face.
Hey, big guy.
Hey,
What is it?
I still find it weird that he decides to turn into a prepubescent boy.
We're not getting into it. We're asking for help. Can't get into it. We're asking for help. Hey, how is our favorite deity?
Cut the bullshit. What do you want?
Okay, loser. We need your help with a plan.
What's the plan? I haven't panned.
We're trying to get.
Like, I only tuned in when you asked me to. I've been trying to.
Oh, great. So you don't. Good. You don't hear all the things we say about you back.
No, after about the 170th time of you guys saying that you hate me, I stopped listening.
Well,
I'm sure you're used to that.
Anyway, we're getting off topic here.
Just me bugging the kid. We have a plan. We need to chant. If we can get every psycho in one place at once, we'll have one chance to attack them. We're gonna try to. If this goes as planned, we get them there and we can fight them. We're going to try to channel all the animal spirits on the animarium at once through our advanced mode. And we understand that it would burn out our powers. The bad part is Dark Spectre has been channeling Ranger energy. We need a way for the energy we exert to not go to him and to go to the other Rangers in Project Squadron to give them a chance to kill the bastard.
I will give my permission, but it will be up to the individual Zords to decide whether or not they will help you.
Yeah. We were planning on talking to them anyway. We need you because it's your energy, and we need you to make sure it doesn't go to Dark Spectre.
In the event that something happens, I will funnel it and I will draw it back to the animarium itself. It will not go to Dark Spectre.
Perfect.
See, was that so hard?
I don't know what you guys hate about him. Seems like he's all right.
You haven't been around him enough.
Yeah. First impressions are everything, and this being the second impression, a pretty good impression.
Yeah, our first impression was this guy trying to take our powers away. So
yeah, we made he bet our powers on a test we didn't know we had to take.
I mean, to be fair, if you saw the crap we pulled, would you trust us with our powers?
He did this to a team that was sound and good.
He did this before we did some of the messed up stuff that we did.
I mean,
we didn't commit a war crime before we did. We didn't commit a war crime.
Stay on the Or Crimes way.
I looked it up. Technically, we didn't break the Geneva Conventions because they're not even from Earth.
Okay, again, getting off topic. We appreciate you, Animus, for doing the things, and any words of wisdom for us? What will probably be our last mission?
I mean, we're not gonna do it tomorrow.
We're gonna do it soon.
He goes, I don't really know what to tell you, Rangers. Other than you've really turned yourselves around. And despite your recent mission.
Oh, you were there for that.
Word travels fast.
Yeah, there are only like 12 people. Their families will be fine.
We gotta find those other 2 kids that are missing.
I'm guessing they're with the other people Black kidnapped.
Quite likely. We'll have to see what Derek and Teddy have to say.
I'm going to kind of show Animus the psych morpher, and before you go, is there? I know this is a long shot. Is there anything you can tell me about this thing?
No. Its origins are alien even to me.
What about this one? And I'll show him the ancient black morpher.
Well, that's something I haven't seen in many years. It draws
Is
from
it safe to use?
It draws from the same source as the Savage Mode power-up.
Is there a way we can use this?
You already are.
Eh?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that does make sense.
This is just another outlet to be able to translate that power.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Do you think that there could be a morpher that's connected to each of us? Is this directly connected to Natasha's morpher right now?
No, the source is split. The source splits itself.
Yeah, we're already kind of using it.
That's the savior mode power.
Yeah, you were there for that. I'm sure you could tap into it.
Yeah, hey, why don't you use that?
I'm just curious to know if Black was using this and transferring our powers to Tammy while she was using this.
No. Tammy
We were
just...
tapping, just used it. We were tapping into the same power source. It wasn't ours necessarily. We were just all using it. Now she can.
Anyone who uses this will don the armor of Bastet.
I'm still saying I would look really good in that armor.
I mean, you're the one connected to the black spectrum.
Yeah, but you're the one who doesn't have savior mode. You should probably use it.
Couldn't hurt to try. Well, maybe it could. If it could, like, overload and destroy your body. Or wait, I know too much pink energy is a thing. Is too much black spectrum energy a thing?
Probably.
Too much energy and
Yeah.
too much of the same kind of energy in any one place is dangerous.
Which is why us channeling all once would burn out powers.
Indeed. Now, I must go investigate what happened in Reefside.
All
Are
right.
they dead?
If
I
it's
don't.
relevant to us, will you tell us?
I don't think those rangers are dead, but I don't sense them on Earth.
Great.
When a creature dies, especially on this landmass, I feel it. I didn't feel their deaths. It's just like they simply ceased to be.
Fair.
So I'm going to go look at something.
Okay. Des, we're gonna have to speed up all of our plans. I think it's time for you to tell our little songbird to spread some rumors for us.
Right.
That sounds good to me.
She's with Yellow, so she should at least be able to get him interested.
I don't know if she's with Yellow, but
Yeah, one of them. The one who's dealing with like the Astro Rebels.
we'll find out.
I guess.
As your meeting kind of winds to a close, the door bell rings.
What bar has a doorbell?
That's old school.
I was gonna say a lot of the bars in Montana, especially like the out in the sticks kind of ones.
Natasha's gonna reach for the fucking tonfa she keeps.
It's
in
not
her
like
bag.
it's like one of those like when it opens the little bell on the top of the thing will ring.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Natasha's gonna reach for her purse for like the tonfa she keeps in her bag.
As you guys look up, and Dr. Thomas Oliver has entered the building.
I don't like you.
And that is where
Fuck this guy.
and that is where tonight's story will end.
Our
Snap.
arch nemesis walked into the bar.
He hasn't done
Oh,
anything to us.
He's done something to me. He crushed Dez's dream.
Okay, well,
What
that
do you think?
All right. Thank you for joining
Natasha
us.
doesn't like him on vibe.
Thank you for joining us tonight on Power Rangers Savage Stampede. Tune in next time to find out how well the Rangers' plans begin to work. See you next week.